Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome once again to my channel. Today I'm doing a bulk Ramadan food prep. So I saw this, I saw some YouTubers do it last year and I was so intrigued. I really wanted to try it. So this year I'm finally going to try it. The first thing I'm working with, I just want to kind of put my meat aside, my samosas aside, and just freeze them up because as I mentioned before that I work full-time during day, so alhamdulillah, but it also means that I won't really have the time to actually the time I actually come home, it won't be enough for me to actually prep up everything I want to prep up. So I feel like this is an alternative way to do it, that I can have all my food, most of the stuff I'm going to use for sauce, especially the proteins, all freezed up and marinated already, so when it comes to food prep it's easier, it's cleaner too, and it won't really take as much time, because of course with the Ramadan goals, each video has the particular things you actually want to do. So today I'll be working with chicken, some minced beef, and then some beef cubes. So the first thing I had to do was prep up my basics, which is some garlic and then some ginger. I like the garlic. It's in bulk, but I haven't been able to find it minced. I've seen only minced garlic, I think once when I was younger. An aunt of mine came back from the UK and had a tub of the minced garlic. Life changing. So if I can actually find it anywhere in Uganda, I would really appreciate that, so that I just have it, because garlic is nice to use in food, but guys, the prep just sickens me. Then so next is the ginger. Ginger is so good with beef. I don't know what it does to it. I think I have to study more, because I've never really studied anything to do with food. I just see and do, or replicate, or copy, or anything like that, or be inspired. But there is a way beef that has some ginger in the marinade, it's softer. It's I don't know how to explain it, guys. Simanyi na kumanya, but it just tastes nice. So I added a little bit in the garlic before mincing it. I added a little bit of salt, but this time in the ginger I just added a little bit of water, because yes, you want the garlic sauce, but I also like those big chunks, so I like it to just be a mixture of both. And then the next thing I think I had to work on is the onions. I just chopped up a few onions because I'm going to be making some beef samosas, and I like my samosas having onions in them, so that's the other thing I had to prep up. Other than that, everything else went well, alhamdulillah, and I'm so grateful for that. So if you are someone who's interested in prepping food, or just basically cooking, or you just like my content, yes, probably do, just stay along with me and we can do this together. For any comments for anything I used in this video, I'm going to be linking it down below. There are no specific measurements to anything I used, so guys, I was just eyeballing it. But yeah, alhamdulillah, I was able to do this, and everyone enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post. I post approximately once a week. I'm saying approximately because there are some days that are just their days, and I don't want to really put myself on so much pressure for that. But I know inshallah, with where I want to go with creation, I see myself doing it more often. But yeah, Ramadan Mubarak to everyone, and enjoy the video. Everything I used will be linked in the bio. Yes, please don't forget to be kind in the comments. Don't forget to be mindful of what you post, of what you say in my comment section and everything. But anyway, enjoy. Okay, so yeah, just to continue with this voiceover, I actually thought that I had talked throughout this video, but looks like some parts I was actually silent as I was doing everything. So first things first, of course, I took out the ginger paste. I put it in a bowl, just to make sure I have everything. Sometimes when I'm cooking, I can want to just chop it up and just throw it in in the pan or like frying pan or whatever I'm using. But then there are those days where I'm actually like so careful. Like I want to see things. Now on such a day where I'm actually prepping like a number of things, I prefer like seeing it. I prefer like having everything right there so that I actually like set it up like real quick. So even for like the chicken, I had to like wash it earlier, I had to clean it earlier. The beef, same thing. It's like I want everything there so that I can actually work with it. However, if you find me like in my mood, I'm cooking fumba mchele, I'm cooking rice, something like that, just know it's going to be like in its own container. I'm going to be like on an entirely different level. But I take things more seriously when I'm cooking, especially in bulk, or when I really want to be so careful. I can actually be careful and careless at the same time. Don't ask me how, especially when it comes to food, but yeah, that's where it is. So I also chopped up these red onions. I've never cooked with white onions. I'm curious. I should really, really try them out. I watched some cooking show where they were talking about like if you want really nice caramelized onions, especially for hot dogs, white onions are your thing. But they're a little bit pricey. So one day I'll be able to afford them. Oh, okay. I can actually afford them. I just don't feel like buying them yet. So yes, that's everything in these cute little balls. If you're in Uganda, I got these in Chikubo. Like each ball is literally like 1,500 Muchikubo. Guys, slope. Go there. Like buy things. No excuses. Yeah. So anyway, so for the ball that I'm going to marinate the meat in, first thing I had to do was wash it. And also I don't like the cross contamination of like things. Of like, oh, too much like garlic and onions in one thing and I'm not going to use it in another. So this is where we are at. So for the beef marinade, I'm first using a little bit of soy sauce. Yeah, we need that sodium, but I also like the darkness of the soy sauce. I don't know, it just with beef I like it. And then next I went in with some paprika. I like my meat a little bit spicy, like a little bit spicy. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, guys, I do not measure. I do not. So you get whatever it is what you get. But then I went in with some garlic paste. So I use different brands of spices. I don't stick to one. This is a PSA in case there are any brands that want to collab with me that make spices. Guys, spice me up. Anyway, so because for the garlic, I like Simbambili. But then there is where I use some fresh, like a brand called Fresh. For some, I actually use Tropical Heat. Kwigamba, like whatever I'm doing is what I'm doing. So I added some turmeric and then some beef masala. And then I'm going to add in some curry powder because if you're Ugandan and you don't like curry powder, guys, why your patriotism? What's wrong with it? Like, are you patriotic even? Do you love yourself? I don't know, like, do you love yourself like enough not to put curry powder? Because one thing I know about being Ugandan is that you can actually ignore every other spice, but curry powder is always going to be there. Then next, I went in with my salt because we don't want that to be, we need the salt. Much as we put the soy sauce, we need the salt to also be in there. And then lastly, oil. Oil because it's oil. Like I don't know what to say. Because it's oil and you're putting it in. It works. Chikora. Yes. Then there is one thing that I actually like putting in my beef marinade. It is barbecue sauce, guys. Barbecue sauce. Somehow it makes sense to me. But barbecue sauce does the thing. Somehow. Does everything. So of course, like after I saw like it wasn't really like pasting it out because I want a paste in my marinade. Next thing I had to do was put in some barbecue sauce to make this flavor pop and even much better. So yeah, I'm going to add some barbecue sauce because I know it makes sense to me that much. The essence of it all, like for Ramadan, if you can, guys, man, prep food every day. But I'm in a position where I honestly can't prep food like daily. I'm going to put in just ginger. I think that's enough. And then I put in just garlic. Then mix that all in, as you can see. So start with the beef. I got some beef cubes. Got some beef cubes. But for me, this seems like quite big because I think all the ways I'm going to cook this, I don't need them to be this big. So I'm just going to chop them up a little bit more. I reduce the size. So for me, this makes sense. So yeah, that, this. Yeah, so let me wash this because yes, much as I'm the one going to eat, like, I don't know, this food is like for everyone, but I also know I don't want to kind of like use the same things that I've used to prep something else. I don't want the scent of chicken on the, no, the scent of the beef on the chicken. So we are doing that. Now that it's proper, right here, I'm going to use it to do something else. I'm going to use it to work on the chicken. But let's first go in with this. I could be bougie and use a spoon. I don't feel like. So I got these disposable plastic gloves, sorry, like that. They're quite, like, they will come in handy with what I'm doing right now because first of all, yeah, I don't want to get my hands like dirty. Not exactly dirty. I've used turmeric, and if you cook, you know turmeric is going to want to stay inside you, like on your fingernails for like, I don't know, like sometimes. And my chairs, yes, I can wash it after. I just don't feel like doing it today. I just want to do what's easy, what's fast, and what can actually come with like a solution like right now. Crazy thing about these gloves is that if your hands are wet, getting them on is like a marathon on its own. So as you can see, so first you're going to take off this, like this spoon, but you're making sure it's not getting with, it's not going away with any of my marinade. I went so much, like, can't have it go. So again with your hands, like hands. So you want to like make sure every piece in there is like soaked up. The only thing I think I forgot to get was some lime or lemons to actually squeeze into this, but I think this will also work. Yeah. Basically this, it doesn't have to like literally take you that long. Like, this is the thing I like about prepping earlier. It's like you need to do it so fast, and yeah, stand. So this is the beef. So of course you take the glove off, dispose of that, and I'm going to let this sit for around like 30 minutes as I prep everything else. You're missing me though. Nonsense. Mm. And today I sound so sexy. I sound so edible. It's so cute. Next thing, we are going to work on the chicken. Guys, if there is something I love, something I would repetitively eat, it's chicken. Like, I don't know, something in it that just makes it work. So, of course, with the chicken, I'm going to put some ginger. Yeah, because a lot more ginger because I am like literally working on a lot of chicken breast. And then I have drumsticks, but I'll separate them when I'm packaging. And then next we go in with the chicken curry masala. See it? See it? Yeah, that one. We got that within next. Disclaimer, I do not measure my stuff. I kind of like eyeball it, depending on which spice I want like to be overpowering in what I'm cooking. Kind of do it that way. I'm going to still put in curry powder because man, who doesn't love curry powder? Yeah, I think that will be enough. And then yeah, some garlic. Actually, I have to get my garlic, but I'm using simambili. I really love like garlicky chicken. I think like that's how I can explain it. I like it being there. Yeah, this is very controversial, but I'm also adding pilau masala. I like the flavor of it, and I like how it comes out in the chicken. Please don't feel entitled to use it if it's not your thing, man. And don't criticize me in the comments if you see me using it. This is me and my madness. Choose your own madness. Then I'm going to go in with some paprika. I like a little bit of spice in something. I'm not going to put black pepper in anything because I discovered that I tend to overspice with black pepper. So I'll put that in when I'm actually cooking, when I'm actually prepping. So, also, very controversial, I'm going to put some fish oil, some fish sauce. Yeah, I like how it kind of like comes out, how it smells. It's nice, 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 nice. Putting that. Don't tell me how much I've put. I've put enough. Don't tell me things like, oh, you overput. Please, 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 please. But you're going to form it on here. So then I'm going to put a little bit of oil. A little bit of oil. Just right there. Because guys, after the kind of day you have when you're working like 9 to 5, or even if like you have your own business, but in any kind of as long as you're doing something during the day during Ramadan, unless you probably like stay home, but even when you stay home, I feel like it's also something else. If you can make your life easy by prepping, please do, because this saves a lot of time. It makes things better, I guess. Fresh food, like freshly made stuff, yes, but yeah, I'm freshly making the food. I'm just prepping it earlier. If anything, this speaks to my, I don't know, preparation skills. So we marinate this time. I'm not using a spoon because, oh my god, it's chicken. I don't play with my chicken. I don't play with chicken. Cisanya sankoko. Oh, so if anyone is watching my videos and you're not from Uganda or you don't speak Luganda, man, I tend to kind of just divert to my local language when I'm doing things. So yes, now I have the chicken, and cocoa. Yeah. So we're going to prep that. I'm putting the breasts first. Chicken breast. So these, I thought about like chopping up some of them and making like small cutlets that can go in like spaghetti, but I think I'll do that when the time to cook them has come. Auntie Rodani, I don't want to stress you. Let me just put them in like this because it's making sense right now. And then, oh wait, the last burst. Then next, I'm going to put in the drumsticks. The drum. Fun fact: in primary school, I used to actually play drums, like not those modern white, like modern drums into you in a band and stuff like that. Technically, it was a band, but in Uganda, it's called engoma. So I used to hit like the angalabi. The angalabi is like a very long drum, and you hit it with your hands, and it makes like a sound like pa 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 pa. That I used to play that. Then I also played like the bigger drums. There is that is more like of a bass drum. It's like doom, doom, doom. And there is like a very small drum that you actually use sticks for. So that's, yeah, fun fact. That was not the only instrument I could play. In primary school, I could play the adungu, which is like a traditional harp. Yeah, there is that. So the more you know. Wait, did I put salt in this? I didn't. So then we have to put salt. Yeah, PS. So we do things like this. We put salt in alternative containers because recycling. We're so good with our environment. We recycle. So if you ever come to my place and you find a tin that looks like it has biscuits, good luck finding those biscuits. Unless. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Let me figure out where I'm going to put the rest of this salt. I think because I can't put it back. Some of it is already mixed up with the spice, but yeah, there is that. That just happened. This goes to show you that cooking is fun. There are mistakes in it. But also something I learned is that if you ever over salt your sauce, you can like peel a few potatoes and put in. Makes it all better. I don't know what the potatoes do, but they kind of like make the salt like wee, and then things make sweet sense. So, guys, at this point, I would like to announce that the chicken has chickened. Like seriously, check that baby out. So this for the drums, you can throw this in an oven. I don't know. Inshallah, if I'm able to record when I'm actually cooking, I'll show you how I cook my drums. For like the breast, you can make chicken steak. You can cut it up and put in spaghetti. You can make like some nice butter chicken. Ooh, butter chicken. Yeah, so this is what my chicken looks like. I'm also going to let this settle. Next, I'm going to work on the sambusa. The sambusa. Please laugh. So now for the samosa, for the sambusa, so some people call them samosa and all that stuff. Guys, in my country, we call this sumbusa. Ojiraba, enebera sumbusa. So yeah, that's what I'm going to make. I could make these wraps from scratch. I don't want to, because I just don't want to. And besides, we are buying Uganda and building Uganda. This is actually made in Uganda. So I'm supporting the economy with all this. So I have my minced beef. And then I'm going to add some garlic, some onions. Why am I even explaining? I'm actually going to show you how I'm making it. Yeah, so let's make some sumbusa. Yeah, sumbusa. So this is the consistency of the flour that you actually need, the flour mix. That's going to help you bond the chapatis together. And I've cut them up. This is what they look like. So when you buy them in the supermarket, they're a little bit like frozen together. But if you put it in part of your fridge that is not, a freezer, they actually let go. They let it go. They do that. So, next on this very important mission of cooking and Ramadan prepping, we are going to make minced meat. We're going to make some serious minced meat. Yeah. Yeah, the sounds you're hearing, this tripod is actually situated in an oven, so I'm going to kind of like shift everything around so that you can see what I'm actually cooking. The more you know. So that's the pan I'm going to use. Right there. Okay, yeah. So I already put in some oil. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some onions after it's ready. Let's test this thing if the cooking oil is cooking oil ring. Yeah, so we're going to put the onions. Onion. Something so satisfying about biting into a nice samosa and the onions are oniony. Like everything actually makes sense in it. I feel like biting into something and it's like missing something. But it's not like you're going to chop it up and start making it yourself. No. But anyway, trying to make sure we don't come to that. We don't come to the point where we are regretting our food choices or anything like that. Want this to make sense. So I don't want these to actually become like over brown or anything like that. I just want them to kind of like, I don't know, get ready, get cooked through. So they are cooked through. They are cooked through. So next we're going to put the garlic. See, now this is where food prepping comes in handy, man. You literally make like a big batch of something and you keep just using it mpola, little by little, which is a nice thing because who wants to get like, stressed about stuff. And then I'm going to put very, very little ginger. This. It's not even a spoonful, it's like half a teaspoon. That. And then do you wanna make sambusa? Na 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 na. I think the company is overdue. So then we are going to put in the meat. Sorry, the minced meat. The meat. Who have I actually apologizing to? I've said the meat, you do whatever you want. Put the meat. So the remaining nyama, they're in. Nyama, 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 nyama. Nyama yante, nyama. Oh, there is this. Oh, this is a big ginger piece that didn't, break down. We don't want that. Because much as we want the spice, you don't want to be biting into a samosa and the biggest like. So I don't know if you actually see it well, but this is what we are working with. I'm just kind of like stirring it a little bit to make its own sensible and sensible decisions. I think this is also it's the garlic chunk. Take that out. So now I'm just going to let that simmer until the water actually reduces. So anyway, the water is actually done in here, the little water that was in. So it's time to spice it up. I'm going to first go in with some salt, like all over. Who am I kidding? All this salt. Yeah. So a bit of salt. I'm going to put paprika. I'm going to put paprika and then beef masala. So I think this is as basic as I'm willing to go. First of all, when it comes to my samosas, samosas. Sumbusa. I don't like, seeing like the boiled meaty color, the actually brownish color. Not brownish, I don't know, it's some kind of color. I don't like seeing it. I like seeing the spice. I like knowing that this was actually made with some spices in it. It doesn't have to be spicy, but it must show me that it's tried to have spice, not just there. So lastly, I'm putting in curry powder. I'm going to put in some curry powder, to add some curry to this. I'm basically almost done. I think it's going to be time to like rip everything out. So basically this is what it looks like. See? Yes. This is what the samosa, that's what the beef actually looks like. So we're going to let that cook for a bit, and then I will start bagging up everything that I marinated while I wait for this beef to cool. I'll be waiting for like the beef to cool while I wrap up everything. So what I wanted to also show, these are the Ziploc bags I got. I got them from Carrefour. They are 50. They're not like as big, which is nice because when I'm packing up stuff, I don't want to like pack stuff that is so like, okay, that's a lot. I want to pack like reasonably. So this is the bag. That is it. You can actually write here like the date you actually made something and then the content of what's in the bag. So basically the content helps you like know exactly like the spices you're dealing with. Let's just say you've made some chicken that has like chili, and then you've marinated some chicken that has some chili, and then some that doesn't actually have chili. This will definitely help you like know exactly what you were dealing with. So yeah, that's what comes in the content. So I took the fire off. I'm just letting this like do its thing in the pan. So that is it for like the beef. The other stuff that I actually marinated, I think by now it's actually like quite set. It's quite okay. So I'm just going to take it out and start bagging. And then after bagging that, the samosas will come last, since I actually want this beef to actually cool like quite well before I start bagging it. Bagging it. Anyway, so that's basically it. So some of the things I wanted to do like this Ramadan is to be so intentional about like what I put in my body, what I eat, what I consume. So I want to be like more healthy and cautious about stuff, but also have like some fun recipes to eat. I don't want to just be like making like really basic things. No. I'm not a basic person, so I don't want basic things. I want food that is vibrant, food that is good, food that makes me feel good about myself, food that actually makes me feel like, you know what? Yeah. Okay, this is nice to actually come home to afterwards. So this is what the beef looks like, guys. And then the chicken is a bit on the lighter side. I could have added like soy sauce to it to make it like really, really dark, but nah, I don't want to really complicate my life with really dark chicken. If I want to add some soy sauce, I'll do that when I am cooking. For now, I don't really see the importance of that. So the thing about like using these Ziploc bags also helps you like compartmentalize how much you want to actually eat, or you can actually set it out like for a particular day. You're like, okay, on this day we're going to have this for sauce, so that's what it's going to have. So you open it up. I like folding it like this so it like doesn't get on the sides. I want like a really neat setup, so it's going to look like that. And I'm putting on my gloves because since I'm handling different types of food, this has more spice than the chicken. I don't want like cross contamination. Here me sounding like, someone who actually nailed biology. So yeah, put in the beef. I would have separated these, but I don't feel like it. But I think let me do. Makes more sense for me to actually separate it. But you know what? Beef is beef. I need enough space in my kitchen too. So something else I think I'll also be making this week is some liver. But I don't feel like prepping the liver like this. I don't feel like marinating it. I think I just want to eat it like, you know, I just want to marinate it as I'm going to make it. Although, I don't know, inshallah, guys, pray. Inshallah, as I'm making that, I might record a video on it. I might not. Who knows? Who knows, right? I might not. So, we're done with the beef. So, see, it might look like I'm going to actually throw this out. All this sauciness. No way. I'm actually just going to like put something else in it to just soak up all those juices because nah, I ain't wasting. I'm not wasting anything. So what you do, you kind of like lay it flat. You know, let me push here so that you can actually see. You press it flat. The pressing flat also kind of helps like the air just get out of the bag, and then you lock it up. See? So this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to kind of repeat the process for everything else I have made. Yeah, you have to make sure like the zip is tight. I could have preferred like those Ziploc bags that actually have something that passes. It's wee, but hey, I didn't find that, and we make do with what we find. So next, I'm going to get like 3 different baggies to also like put the chicken in because I want to make these things differently. There is one that I want to make cubes out of. There is one that, you know, the drums are different. So everything kind of like goes on its own. Yeah. I could be extreme and make like a lot of garlic and then like always use that to cook, but I don't know, garlic doesn't really give me that hard time. However, that said, if I ever find minced garlic on the shelves in Uganda, I am buying it. Because, man, anything to make my life a little bit easier. So, the baggie, now we put kitchen. Oh, wait, chicken. Not kitchen, chicken. So, this is where I'm putting the drums. The drumsticks. The drumsticks. So yeah, that's going to be separate because I'm going to make it separately. I can make some like barbecue drums. I can deep fry them. Then we separate the chicken breast too. So I have batch number 1. The thing about prepping is that if I prep this and actually put it in the fridge, it can take me until next week. Like, you can actually eat like the following week. This is week 1 of Ramadan where your hunger outweighs so many things. Like, you're so hungry in the evening. But I also do believe that as long as you have like a system in place to help you prep whatever you're prepping in the evenings, it makes sense. Like during iftar, it's going to make like so much sense for you. Yes. And yeah, every little bit of spice. And there you go. This is it for the meats. Dispose the baggie. Put this aside because I'm going to use it for something else. I'm going to make a little lunch. It's a little bit late in the day, but I'm going to have a little late lunch, and I feel like why bother with like spices? Yet I have 2 bowls like literally full of spice. I can just make that. Yeah. So there is this. Same process. Zip it up. So we have like the the beef now. Chicken number 1. And then chicken number 2. That's chicken breast. And then, oh my god, this zip thing is bugging me. Like, it's opening a bit, but you don't play with me. You don't play with me. You will seal yourself up. And then lastly, the drumsticks. Wait, lastly. Whatever the English one is. Drumsticks. Okay. Have that wrapped up, and this thing is just refusing, but then no, I'll compress it until like the air comes out. And yeah, so these are 4 ones. And lastly, the bag I used. See? So next we are going to work on the samosa, because the beef is actually like really cool, like it has cooled down right now. So I'm going to use that to make the samosa wraps. So let's do this. Let's get this out of the way. Let it be right there. Because since I'm doing like the last few preps, I just want everything to actually be where I can see it. I don't want to really stress about anything. I just want to do it and get done with it. Oh my god, I was actually supposed to add some coriander in the samosa. I forgot all about it. So the more you know, right? The more you know. And an onion that I also left. I have a bunch of things in the sink that I'm going to wash like after I'm done with all this process. Because I feel like the moment you start something and then you stop to like do something else, me as an individual, I lose focus. Not very fast, but once I do, I have lost focus. To take me back to that task, it's going to take like a little bit more effort. So once I start something, I like finishing it. Although that's not the case always, because probably people who know me personally are here in like a video being like, sometimes you don't, yeah, sometimes I don't, but hey, we're aiming to be better. Better. So, have my handy spoon. This is a tablespoon. Instead, I'm going to use to like scoop and put in the wraps. Okay, so okay, we have the wrap, and then we are going to get started. Thing you should know is that as I'm doing this video, I'm going to do like a little bit hurriedly. I don't know, is the light here enough? Ooh, my plants out there. There is some basil, there is some coriander, there are some cherry tomatoes. Guys, I don't know. I love things. So start with the samosa. So I may not make all of them. I may not exactly make every single one, but like on camera. Okay, this is me trying to remember how I usually fold it up. Guys, don't be like me. Yeah, I got it. So we get that. I could use a spoon, like a civilized person. I choose not to. So basically what you get in the triangle gives you like that cone. Then you put in, what's wrong with this fries? Yeah, you put in the samosa, the beef. Oh good. Ya Allah. So I also just want to take this time to say I am thankful that Alhamdulillah I am able to do this, as people out there, as people in Gaza are going through like a really difficult situation right now. It's about being thankful, but also doing your best to like bring awareness to these issues. Anything else, I think, in any kind of situation where people are in suffrage, the most you can do as a person, you can donate, yes, but also bring awareness to this. Let us not be blind to kind of like anything that's happening in the world. Like, let us be so aware, because in this era of so much information, you can't say, oh, I did not know. Like, if you can't give, man, pray. Like, pray for them. All comes down to that. Like, the little you do comes a long way. It goes a long way. So yeah, there is that. So I'm done. This is what it's looking like. Let me take out the knife. This is what we have, guys. This is nice. This is really, really nice. So some of the stuff I used in this video, I used these bags from Carrefour, you know, zipper bags. I showed you these disposable gloves because the spice can be spicing, and then some fish sauce. I have some soy sauce, some minced, yeah, stuff and everything. So this is what we have. These are the baggies. I'm going to put these in baggies too, but yeah, this is basically the flour is remaining, and this is what it takes to make some serious Ramadan prep. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, follow along as I show you what Ramadan looks like from where I am and what we do. I don't know, I'll keep showing, like I'll see what kind of videos to actually share with you guys, but this is basically it. Thank you guys for watching.